You are sitting in the library, and all of a sudden, a patron passes out onto the floor and is not breathing. What do you do? In this video, I want to show the basic steps of CPR. Even though you may never have to perform CPR, it is a good skill to have so that you can act and perform in a dire need situation. Alright, let's go over some of the basic information and basic history behind CPR. CPR doubles the chance of survival from cardiac arrest. When performing CPR, you are giving oxygen to the blood to help the heart and brain stay alive until a shot can be delivered. According to emedicinehealth.com, a person that is given CPR within 4 minutes of collapsing and a shock within 10 minutes, the person has a 40% chance of survival. Alright, now we are going to talk about the main basic steps of CPR. First step. Check to see if the scene is safe. Second, you want to check your victim. If your victim is not conscious or is not responding, you will want to call 911. After you've called 911, you're going to want to go over to the basic steps of checking your victim. You're going to want to go over if the victim is breathing, if the victim has a pulse, and if they have neither of those, then you go straight into CPR. Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States. Each year, almost 330,000 people die from heart disease. Half of these victims will suddenly die or die in the hospital because their heart stops beating. Because 80% of cardiac arrests happen at home, you are probably going to have to perform CPR on one of your loved ones. When performing CPR, always run through all the steps before performing. Hey, are you alright? Hey, are you alright? Victim is not responding. Check for signs of life. Tilt the head back. Listen for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Victim is not breathing. Check for pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Victim is not responding. We have no pulse or breathing. This is when you want to begin CPR. 30 compressions, 2 rescue breaths. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Tilt the head, 2 breaths. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alright, after you've done this, until the EMT arrives or you're too tired to continue.
Last year at Thanksgiving, my grandfather fell down the stairs. If it wasn't for me going through the CPR training, I don't think he'd be here today. I stuck with him until the medics got there, and then they took over. They had congratulated me on my ability to think on my feet, and I'm very thankful for the fact that the Red Cross trained me in CPR.
Last summer, my brother and I were swimming at the pool. My brother swallowed water, and a lifeguard had to jump in and save him. He had to perform CPR. If it wasn't for the lifeguard, my brother wouldn't be here today.
Last year when I was lifeguarding at Hoffman Aquatic Center, a little boy started to drown, so I had to jump in and save him. And I had to perform CPR on him. And I was thankful that the Red Cross trained me in CPR, so I was able to perform it until the EMT showed up.
The song is too funny. Hey, so I was in the gym this one day, and it's getting pretty crazy. This chick was benching like 500 pounds. All of a sudden, she just passed out. This guy ran straight over, did his little CPR thing, gave her mouth to mouth. She was okay. And that's why I got my CPR license. And that's why I got my CPR license. And that's why I got my CPR license. And that's why I got my CPR license.
Her name was Jasmine. I just wanted to take her out for like pizza and a movie, but she thought we should do other things. I mean, it was our first date, and I didn't know her too well, but our parents were friends, so I thought it was going to be fun. Anyways, after a colorful night full of substance abuse and lots of people I didn't really know, before I knew it, I woke up on a futon next to her. I woke up to the sounds of this disgusting, horrible gargling noise, and I turned over to find out that it's coming from her, and she's laying there struggling for breath while a massive amount of bile is just protruding from her mouth, and I didn't know what to do. I wasn't exactly in my right mind, but I remember what I learned through the Red Cross, and so my instincts kicked in. I got up, and I just kind of did what they told me to do. And before I knew it, I was performing CPR. 10 minutes later, she was back to consciousness, breathing again. I drove her home. I probably shouldn't have, but I drove her home, and well, her dad awarded me with a Medal of Honor, and it was all because of CPR.
So the other night, me and my buddies are out, and we're going over those cliffs, you know, and a lot of kids have been jumping on those cliffs lately, right? And my buddy and I are a little liquored up, and he ends up jumping off the cliff, and, you know, I don't notice, but for a couple minutes there, he's not coming out of the water, so I'm like, what the hell? So I dive off the cliff, and I had to drag him out of the water, and he's not breathing. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? And I think back to my CPR days, and I get him up on shore, and I perform CPR, and then pretty soon he's revived, and we take him to the hospital, and I saved his life that day. My buddy Johnny wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for me.
Step 1. Check to see if the scene is safe. Step 2. Attempt to wake the victim. Step 3. Check for breathing and a pulse. Step 4. If not responsive, give 2 rescue breaths. Retilt and check again. Step 5. If no response, begin chest compressions. Step 6. 30 chest compressions to 2 rescue breaths until you see signs of pulse and breathing. Step 7. Only stop chest compressions if an EMT arrives or you're too tired to continue. CPR is a great skill to have. I hope you learned a lot from this basic how to perform CPR video. Thank you.